me, man. Don't
It's
crowd me.
Thursday. The boys are out of control. 52 degrees out there. Feels good. It is
LSU.
raining this morning.
Shut
The
up.
sun, I hope, will come out tomorrow. Jamie owes me an apology for the weather yesterday. He said it was going to be bad and rainy
I thought
all day.
I made it up to you last night.
There was sunshine.
Huh?
Very funny.
Hey,
what?
And also, I am so stressed out this morning. They made me prepare the recipe.
Yes,
Jamie?
I'll talk about that in just a second. Jaw Jacker in here this morning. Good morning, Jaw Jack.
Good morning. Good morning.
He's not cooking this morning, Jeff Matthews. Not. He's got to go to a corporate meeting in Nashville, and momentarily. So without you being here, I'll get back on what we're going to cook in just a moment. I am joined also today by the three Stooges. That's right, Bobby. Hey, Sports Illustrated.
Hey,
Do not let Zach see that.
at least I got to cook it.
I get it in the mail. I don't...
Woo. Bobby, the mailman finally give it to you.
He's been taking that up.
Hey, Bobby, leave that when you leave today. I need to go
He's
through
been
that.
taking
Me and
the
Frank
food
need to get it. Me and Frank Turner need to get a good look at it.
Whoa. What page is this? Page 68.
All right, we'll get back to y'all in just a moment. Because you couldn't be here today, which you are here.
Yeah.
First, how's your mama?
Mama's good, and so is Aunt Margie.
I just wanted to check. Just wanted to check. So knowing that Jeff, our legendary jaw jacker, lip smacker, could cook today, because we don't have time, there was a recipe in the Huntsville Times that says hot dogs good with mustard, chili, and slaw. So my lovely bride, that I owed apology because I said yesterday it was going to rain. Sun came out and it was like 60 degrees. Is going to prepare these hot dogs today with all. No,
No,
wait a minute.
sir, I
She
am
says
not.
she's not going to do it. So Shut Up's going to do it. Is that be okay?
That should be good. Donnie was going to
that's
cook
terrible.
breakfast this morning.
I was going to cook cereal.
He had Rice Krispies and some milk in a bowl.
That's right.
But he couldn't find a spoon, so he just said, forget it all.
I'm going to Chick-fil-A. I don't know about you guys.
Well, anyway, we have you something prepared over here too. But anyway, we're going to try this recipe later on this morning since you drop out on us.
Yeah, I've got to go.
Yeah. So how's everything else going for you?
Everything's good. Valentine's Day, we had a great time.
What'd you do?
I didn't go all the way out like you did.
Yeah, well,
All the way out of town to get Wendy's, which, that's good stuff. I took my wife to El Stomachache later, and we had a great lunch. And when I got ready to go, the guy behind the counter says, "Sir, did you get your wife a flower?" They were selling roses in the Mexican restaurant. So
you went way out there,
way
Mexican.
out. Yeah, it was nice.
Well, Donnie went to Roses. Bobby, where'd you take your little chick
Take your chick.
for Valentine's
My
Day?
wife would shoot.
IHOP.
Well, we went to Bobby.
Sports Illustrated.
We did steaking is what we did.
What?
Steak and shake?
No, steakhouse.
Steak.
Stakeout.
There's steak
steak.
again.
Hey, you know what we
steak.
did, Bobby? We were on the way back from Chattanooga.
What'd you do?
We stopped at Wendy's in Scottsboro.
No.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nothing says I love you like when
No,
you
not only did they
Sure
stop.
not.
Not only did they stop, he said, "Hurry up, Gloria, wolf that down. We got to go. We got to go. Madar, hurry up and eat her
Yeah, I'm in a hurry, man.
her square burger."
Cheeseburger.
Square burger.
Anyway, that's what's coming up on today's program. I'll see y'all later. Tom's in here too this morning. Tony, Frank, the whole bunch. 603-4848. Did you give me your wife's number?
Yeah, she texted you, but you didn't return the text.
She did?
Yes, sir, she did.
I don't take a lot of calls.
She did not.
Got a lot of stuff to talk about, including in just a moment. By the way, Jeff, the other day when you cooked,
I didn't know what you're talking about.
cooked that chicken fettuccine or whatever it was,
Like they're bringing out
some
some
of it
weed or
wrapped in when I bit into something the other day, that was in it. So I wanted to give that to you to tell if you could determine what that was on. That was in the chicken.
In the chicken?
Yeah. So thanks to Dr. Coleman.
Hey.
Frank, I like to get with Frank on this. Frank,
that was his job.
Frank repaired. Want to come on, Frank? Frank repaired the grinder for the salt and pepper shaker.
So that's
There
part of it.
was a small incident with the salt and pepper shaker. Frank said, "I got this going," and we cranked it, and the whole end fell off, but the camera moved, and you just got to keep rolling.
So that's a piece of it.
So this came out of your head?
Yeah. So, and in just a little bit, I'm going to tell y'all about a cigarette. I borrowed this from Frank. So we're going to talk about smoking here in just a moment, too. All that's coming your way on Cooper & Company Live. Let's go big time right now. Let's get with the weather. Yes, it did. It's raining today, though. I told you it's going to rain sooner or later.
It's going to pour.
You're going to be back in action next week
That's why
cooking.
you don't do the
All right, well,
weather.
you stay
It's not
mindful. You
about
can
the
stay in this
forecast. Boys, be
conversation. Here's the
quiet.
weather.
52 degrees out there. Going to be a better day than it is this morning. Some of you were stressed out yesterday. Hope the day goes better today. It should. High temperature 61, low of 36 tomorrow. Your high of 58 with the low of 38. Of course, brought to you by First National Bank, and they are extremely local. We'll be adding them to the show or letting them come up here and talk about all the great things that they have to offer their local community. Soon, probably one day next week. The rest of the forecast looks great. There it is. Maybe, possibly, just a little bit of rain on Saturday, but it should clear up. Sunday and Monday looking absolutely
Good Monday.
beautiful.
And
Why are
again,
you hiding
Gloria,
that cover from me?
and again, Gloria, you
I'm
were
not.
more accurate than WHNT and WAFF again for
Thank
yesterday.
you. Jamie said,
Hey.
it's going to rain every
Hey,
time the sun would be out. I was like, look.
By the way, I just want to go on record to say that Jeff is not a good cook until he uses that soap on the counter instead of the oil.
We all know how that went. Yeah. Hey, y'all may wonder, Zach, how you? Roll Tide, buddy.
Roll Tide.
He's awful
You may
quiet
wonder-
today.
You may wonder why I have this toilet tissue out here.
No.
We figured
Why?
you didn't have enough corn cobs.
Well, yesterday, Brad called, says, hey, we're having to use corn cobs over here at the station. We pick up some toilet tissue. So,
Kill the dog.
so yesterday we were over at Publix, and doggone it, I noticed it was extremely crowded for a Wednesday.
They were.
And this woman stops and said, hey, did you take advantage of the mystery thing for sale today?
The penny.
This was 1
deal.
cent.
Was it?
Yes, 1 cent.
Wow.
Publix
Cut out the
yesterday.
coupon out of her paper
Yeah,
and
and
gave
then
it to us.
took Gloria down and said, hey, do you do couponing and all that? So for a penny, I got 4 rolls of toilet paper. If you use both sides of this, it'll last a month.
Well, now you got to let one side dry out before you use the other.
Hey, speaking of being over there yesterday, I want to say hello this morning to Billy and Betty Hamlin, little Nick Hamlin, his grandparents. There they are. It's me in the middle. Met them over there yesterday.
I'm
Great
not sure.
folks, and they're big viewers of the show. And
He's tall.
Nick Hamlin's
He's
grandmama
younger.
and granddaddy, Billy and Betty Hamlin, and also what's this guy's name?
All right.
Doug.
Bite me.
Well, let me tell you the story on. He's got shorts on,
Let me see if
but
I
I
can
ran
find
into him
it.
in Walmart last week also, and he had the same outfit on, shorts. It was like freezing.
This is
He-
workout
He's
outfit.
from New York City.
New York City.
You guys are
He was over the
impossible.
transit
Doug
department. Estradas.
Estradia.
Estrada.
Anyway,
Estradas.
he's retired here. He worked in New York City over the transit
New
system.
York City.
Well, actually, he was in the Bronx.
Bronx.
He was
show
over
is
the
going
transit
downhill.
department.
Too slow.
And we're going to go nationwide? Oh,
Now, you asked me something about Valentine's Day a minute ago,
Yeah.
right? Well,
Grab him.
I bought my sweetie a pair of tickets to go see Jason Aldean in concert.
Oh yeah,
so
he
there
told us
you
that
go.
last week.
yeah,
That's my Valentine's
You're
gift
such
right
a
there.
real man. What'd you do, Zach?
Watched
Go down
out
to-
blow that basketball game Tuesday night.
How many times have you watched that national championship game that you've been bootlegging tapes on? How much money you made on that?
I can't tell. I don't
How many times have you watched the national championship game that we beat LSU 21
I
to nothing
probably
where they
haven't
only
watched
crossed
one
the
other time, probably.
50-yard
But I
line
could
one
watch
time?
it
Hey,
any
Jeff,
time.
how many times you watched LSU beat Alabama 9-6 in November?
He's reading
5th?
our recipe over
Watch
there.
I
that
hope he's
over and
gonna
over.
make
I watched it over and over too. I hadn't seen the championship game yet.
I know.
But
Hey, you know the other day, though, when you read that story about the twin and Gloria asked, did you have a twin brother?
Yeah.
Well, everybody asked me, said, why didn't you ask Gloria if she had a twin sister?
What is it with you boys and twins?
Oh.
Don't answer that. Do not answer that.
I'm not, because I haven't.
I just said,
I
somebody
love
said,
her.
Let me answer
Fantasy.
this. Let me answer this for all the guys. Let me answer this for all the guys.
Every time I was asked.
Now, Gloria, let me answer this for all the guys.
No, don't.
PG, PG,
No.
keep it PG. We got kids watching.
hey, don't make me jump
There's
up out of my
one.
seat.
Well, that'd be
We got
double the fun.
Hayden's home watching this. We keep it PG.
Oh, Lordy.
Blondes and twins.
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily blondes for me.
Listen, I've been married to blondes before. Didn't like them.
Yeah, you had a year
Redhead, blonde.
miserable first anniversary. The whole works.
Anyway, let me update y'all on some stuff happening down in Montgomery this morning.
Please do.
Oh, boy.
An Alabama Senate committee has approved proposed legislation that increases the fine sack for cockfighting from $50 to $6,000, and you could get a year in a jail.
You should wrestle a cock.
Mike.
They voted 9-1 Wednesday for the bill, which makes it a crime to cause the birds to fight each other or sell tickets and put on such an event.
He does, but it's hard to find it.
He wrestled a bear, so he should go wrestle. He should do cockfighting. Wrestle a cock.
Anyway, that brings you up to date on that.
Leave
And now,
6,000 before you
okay.
leave.
Bobby, you know Whitney Houston died.
Yes.
Really?
Did y'all hear that?
Did she?
Whitney Houston's catalog of songs that
Probably
was sold
drugs.
1 million copies in one day after she died.
I know it.
So once I die, the Country Rover sales will
And-
skyrocket too.
And get this, before you go any further, Sony raised their rates on the CDs, and they're in trouble right now because
Really?
they went from $10 to $14.
Yeah, they've
will
already
always-
apologized for that already. That didn't take them long, did it?
I Will Always Love You, her biggest hit that Dolly Parton wrote, ended 195,000 downloads in the week ending Sunday, up from 3,000 the week before.
You know, I'm a purist when it comes to music, and I still think to this day that Dolly Parton's version is better than Whitney's, by far.
Okay.
You got to listen to
I'm a
it.
Dolly Parton.
It's got so much
like Dolly
feeling
Parton.
into it more than Whitney's. Whitney's just sings, and she
And
did a great job. Don't get me wrong.
Do it for
but
us. Sing it
no.
for us.
In a curious chart twist, Zach, Grammy Queen Adele topped Billboard for the 20th consecutive week, the most time spent since #1 Houston's The Bodyguard soundtrack for 20 weeks in 92, 93.
Can I tell you something? I did not know who Adele was until I was sitting there the other night. I was like, who is this? Everybody's talking about. And everybody just kept
You
on
never
Facebook.
heard her music?
I have now. I did Sunday night.
She's ugly,
And
too.
I was-
All year, she's a little chubby.
Incredible.
I mean,
All you ever listen to, all you ever listen to sports radio.
I listen to sports radio and more music like, but I love Chicago Eagles, you know, that type. I listen to a lot of that on.
Won't you get jiggy for
Hey,
it,
does she
Zach?
have twins?
Yeah, come on, Zach, you're in the mood.
Does Adele have a twin?
All right, let's call it. Can we talk about Walmart?
No, I need to give a public service announcement.
Yeah.
If you're at Walmart, make sure you lock your doors, because
that?
Saturday morning,
Oh.
I had a couple bills I needed to pay at Redstone, and I thought I had them securely hid, and went in and walked with my dad like I do every Saturday morning, and
Now they're
it wasn't until that was about 7 o'clock. It wasn't about 9:30. I went to Redstone to pay. The checks were gone.
Oh,
So
boy.
I had to do a
Yeah,
stop
that's
check, and then I went up to the police station Monday night, and right there when they was introducing
Floyd John, yeah.
Yeah, Chief Johnson. So
What are you trying to get him on it to start with? He just got sworn in.
Well, so I had
All the
I filed an
officers were
export,
there.
but I got lucky because I got home. Chief Johnson said, "You ought to check out LifeLock." I was like, "I'm not going to pay $200." Let me just tell you,
we only got a
I got
5-minute show.
a free deal to do that, so I signed up with LifeLock.
So bottom line,
Wow, there you go.
whoever stole Zach Green's checks, come clean.
Well, they were signed, and they were Anthony Green because that's my real.
But
Anthony.
however,
Anthony's my real name.
so
Zach's my nickname.
were they filled out? Were they filled out the top so
Yeah.
they can't really cash them?
Yeah,
right?
they
It
were
wasn't
filled
blank.
out,
So yeah.
Hey, can I give a shout out before I forget?
I
Now,
guess.
You might as well.
I got guys at work, Fred, Nick, and Jamie that watch, and then I got a couple buddies, Clint and Jay. So they're wrestling fans, so I told them I'd give them the 4 Horsemen sign.
There you go.
4 Horsemen.
What's that?
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah, they wrestle bears.
And they said
They wrestle bears.
they like
and
syllable
chickens.
wrestling on Saturdays. If
Wrestling. Don't you? Why do you guys say
Zach, a
wrestling?
while ago you made a statement, you know, and we don't mean to embarrass you, Zach, but you told me you'd been on some of these dating sites.
I have
How'd that work for you?
not too good.
What? Why, Brad, you been on there too? No, everybody had. I ain't never been on one. I don't know how to get on one.
Match.com.
But Gloria, when she was on there, I was like, she's busted.
Gloria was on there.
Gloria was on there?
She was
Come on.
on
Right now, I mean,
Tuesday, I guess it was Tuesday.
She was on a website? You saw
No,
her face
she was on
there?
here.
She's on
saying-
Match.com
She
Tuesday.
couldn't believe people signed up for that stuff. I'm like, but she's busted on there.
I'm sorry, Zach.
What are you looking for, Zach? And I'll fix you.
No,
a
let's
blonde
let's not.
twin.
I talk too much now. It's time for Bob.
All
I
you
think he
women
likes
out there-
Adele.
All you women out there, text me if you'd like a date with Zach.
No,
603.
and I'll pay for it.
And he's
we will
successful. He's
donate. Yes,
successful.
we will.
And videotape it.
And he's got a lot of money.
No, I don't.
And don't overload her machine.
All right. Will you let me talk about this cigarette, Jeff? Quit
right.
hogging the show.
Saving your life.
Don't you got to go to Nashville?
All right, y'all just pretend this is an electric cigarette. Zach, do you smoke?
No, but I've seen those electric
Well,
cigarettes.
this ain't one, but I borrowed this one from Frank. A Florida man, Pensacola, that's south of here, was trying to kick the smoking habit, Bobby, was puffing on an electronic cigarette when a faulty battery caused it to explode in his mouth. How's this going, Frank?
Not too good.
Ooh.
Taking out his front teeth and a chunk of his tongue and severely burning his face in a fire yesterday.
Oh, my.
Goodness.
He's going to
Y'all got a lot?
That's what I said. He's going to be rich.
Lawsuit.
He was trying to hold it's like trying to hold a bottle rocket in your mouth.
Look.
The battery flew out of the tube and set the closet on fire. He was smoking in the closet?
Well, the thing says it will cure you from smoking. So if you blow your mouth off, you can't smoke cigarettes.
Well, he
anyway.
definitely came out of the closet on that one, didn't he?
The 57-year-old was filled with well-wishers complimenting on his injury, and database searches matched his address on the fire report with his name. So they've not, it said the official haven't identified him, but everybody on Facebook knows about him. Zach, you're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Do you know about him?
I don't know about this guy, but I did see the
Zach,
story on
you
news.
you saw the story, so you know a little bit about everything.
Well, I mean, I saw it on TV the other night. I said, what is kind of cigarettes these are? And I didn't know that it's trying to keep people from avoid smoking. So
A friend of mine tried one a couple of years ago, and it lasted like a month, and they had to go back to the regular
Now,
stuff.
in the old days of
Couldn't do it.
television, didn't the host smoke?
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Put that down. You look
You
ridiculous.
smoke and a little drink in your hand.
Jamie,
you got it made.
I hate to tell you, you're not Dean Martin.
Thanks for the cig, Frank.
You're more like Troy Donahue.
Thanks for the cig. Thanks for the cig. Zach, I mean, you look like you're a scientist or something, aren't you?
no, far from it.
You know? Here's a guy in Los Angeles.
Zach.
You notice he didn't ask us that?
This kid right here, show the picture of this little kid here. This is Moshe
Give me that
Kalkalhaban, 10.
That's my
strikes a
twin.
martial art position. At age 11, he became the youngest person ever to earn an associate's in art degree from East Los Angeles College. Now at 14, he's poised to graduate with honors from UCLA next year.
Smart.
He did it all at age 8. He had the perfect. Now, Jeff, I know your kids are smart too. Caden's probably just like this kid here. Says here, he had a perfect 4.0 grade point average at the age of 9 when he graduated from the college.
9.
He doesn't like to be called a genius. Limits his television time to 4 hours a week.
Now, how did these people get into college? I thought you had to take all these high school classes before you can qualify for
He
college.
does.
So how do people get in?
He takes them early. You do advanced.
Well, how can you take high school stuff when you hadn't finished 9th grade when you take your 7th grade? I don't
Just
get that.
because you spent 3 years in the 8th grade, Bobby, does not mean that other people have a problem, you know?
I don't get that. I'm sorry. Logic doesn't make sense
You
to
do
me.
homeschooling. You do
Oh,
homeschooling the whole world.
let me back up here. Let's talk about education for a moment.
You better put that cigarette down.
Yeah.
How many schools did you tell me, high schools you went to? On the way to Chattanooga, she's coming clean with me because she moved around a lot. How many high schools did you
I
go
have
to?
been just high school 7.
7 high schools.
7 high
She had to
school.
try to find one to graduate her.
She went to Alabama. They just said, "You out of here."
No, I wasn't a troublemaker, and my parents weren't even in the military. They just moved a lot. My mother did, so.
Y'all were running from
What were they running from?
I went to, okay.
No,
Donna, what's that movie, Running
How many
on
schools
Empty?
did you go to, Jeff, in your whole career?
My whole career?
Yeah.
6.
From,
We moved a lot.
I bet you had kindergarten.
Thank you, Jeff. I don't feel so
I bet you
bad
had
now.
kindergarten, didn't you?
It was 9 total.
Well, so they didn't have kindergarten.
I
Me and
didn't
Bobby
go to
went to school.
kindergarten either.
Yeah, I didn't.
so.
Frank, how many schools you go? You did go.
My school,
Did you go beyond the 6th grade?
yeah, I went to 7th.
Yeah.
No, they
Frank
didn't have
graduated.
kindergarten when I was growing up.
I
In
went-
other words, the parents didn't have a chance
Zach,
to
how
dump
many
us
schools
off.
did you go to?
I mean, Athens City's elementary, middle, high,
No, how many
three.
Did you get out in 12 years, or did you have to
I
stay?
got out in 12, yeah. I did make it through 12.
And I did too. I did not
I
have
went
to
to
stay
one
extra.
school for 12 years.
That is unbelievable to me.
That's me.
One
Well,
school.
it was the
went to
same
two
seat and the
schools. I
same
went to two
teacher.
schools.
The same seat and the same teacher, right?
Probably. Probably.
Same
Yeah, they had
guns
one.
hat.
Hey,
Huh?
10
Same
people to it. It was
guns hat in the corner.
a one-room class.
That's
One-room
right.
school.
That's the way it was in New York.
Zach, update me on Alabama football right quick, 'cause I know you got to go to work.
Well, I mean, spring practice starts the end of March, so.
End of March.
In March, so 8-day game. I don't know why them in Auburn always schedule it for the same day, but I think it's April 14th.
The 8A game, Auburn.
Yeah. So
I might go to that game.
Where do you predict Bama? What do you think the top 5 is going to be when the preseason comes out?
Well, right now, I think a lot of them's got Alabama number 2. I think LSU number 1,
Yeah.
and Alabama 2. I think
Really? We moved us. What about
Florida
Southern
State
Cal?
might be up there. I think
USC's up there. They're in the top 5.
Everybody is high on USC right now because of Barkley coming back.
Right.
They just hired T. Martin, used to play quarterback
Yeah,
at Tennessee, as USC's
Really?
wide receivers coach.
I didn't know that.
I might have stole it from Bob. I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
Jeffrey, anything else you'd like to say about cooking before you depart this morning?
Have you completed that recipe yet?
This is the most simple recipe I've ever seen.
Hey, it took a lot of time to get all those ingredients
It did,
together.
and all these little cups look really nice.
Thank
Just to
you.
get everything out, honestly, it just says put everything together in an immersion blender. And if you don't have that, mix by hand, obviously. Just put it all together, bring it to a boil, let it cool,
You're
So
not
is
done
that
yet?
something even Gloria can handle?
Even Gloria can.
Now, I cook at home. Now,
Both of you hush.
yeah, I do have some phone numbers there to help me. I've got help phone numbers when I cook. Let's see, there's Stakeout, Domino's.
Oh, I thought you were calling your mama. Mama, can you tell me?
That's my help for when I'm cooking.
We're going to
at
take a
home.
break. I got to come back with the news. I got to say goodbye to some of my buddies up here today. They're all in a hurry this morning. By the way, it is raining
boys.
outside today. You were
Is it
correct
raining now?
yesterday,
Yes,
so
I
remember that
was.
this afternoon.
I know I left my window
gonna
down on my
rain.
vehicle.
You're smoking an electric cigarette today? Good
Don't
luck.
smoke it in the rain. You'll get
Careful.
electrocuted.
All right, yeah, don't get electrocuted. We got to go. We'll be right back in a second. Y'all, hang on.